Let us not dawdle, for there are grudges to settle, and new entries in the Dammer's Cron to write.
Howdy, howdy, Sea here, and welcome to Game 2 of Shadow's Fall-Winter Tournament here. I'm going to be playing the Dark Elves against Zardar Total Warriors Tomb Kings. Now, before we get going, I just want to say a few things about Zardar. He has a channel, a great channel. He's a great YouTuber. He does legendary campaigns. He does all kinds of other games other than just Warhammer. He does like sets things to music, does cinematics. There's a wide range of things that he does on his channel, and he's a really outstanding multiplayer player. For the very first Shadow Online Gaming Tournament, he and I trained together a lot, and he helped me improve my game so much. And generally, he has a very expansive playstyle, very high click rate, very high micro, which is why he's an exciting player to watch. So when I thought about my army, I wanted to bring something that could sort of deal with him coming at from all angles, because he comes at you from everywhere. If you watch his games, he'll be like from here, from there, from here, you know, it's coming from all angles all the time and rear charging. So I was worried about bringing a infantry heavy army because I thought I would get crushed. So what I did was I brought a very heavy skirmish army, because I thought, well, maybe these guys, these Dark Riders, are about 4 Dark Riders with Peter crossbows. They are armor piercing and they have 92 speed. I brought 4 units of Harpies. They're 82 speed and they fly. They can get there. Like, these guys can pin something down. These guys can all shoot in, and my big guns can come in. I brought, for my leadership, I brought a Dreadlord with sword and crossbow, so he can shoot on a dragon, and I did bring him with a volley of dark arrows, so he can shoot magic missiles from the sky, and he has noxious breath. Of course, he can shoot while moving. It causes fear and terror, none of it matters. I also brought a sorceress of fire, because most lords, most Tomb King lords are weak to fire, so I just brought her with basically fireball and Kindle Flame for a weakness to fire, so I could whittle them down, and the Dark Star Cloak, and I believe I've got also the Scroll of Leeching, greatly reduced power recharge rate, and to support that is 2 Feral Manticores. So I have a lot of striking power. There's only one that's actually armor piercing, but I also brought with my Sorceress. The plan was to, when I get in there, I'm going to hit the Flaming Sword of Ruin, and it's a 40-meter radius, plus 25% weapon damage, plus 25% missile damage. You do fire damage and magic damage, and you reduce their resistance to fire damage. So that's basically my Lord Goon Squad. That's all they're there for, and these guys are meant to really hold anything down, and if I can pin it with my Harpies, I can kill it with my main group. I've also brought in 2 kind of secret groups, because I thought, well, maybe I can catch him off guard. So I brought some Shades with great swords. Now, these guys can fight in melee, and they are armor piercing, and they have stock and a vanguard deployment. So I thought, well, maybe if something's come around here, I can just catch it and shoot it down before he knows it's going on. And the same with my Knight Assassin. I brought him, and he has on him just one ability. I think it is here, Assassin's Trophy, minus 26 melee attack and minus 26 melee defense. Again, I want to catch something and be able to lock it down. He shoots. He has like quite a bit of weapon damage and does poison. So, of course. So in this game, like, Zardar is a much better player than I am, and we've played a lot of games together in training, so I know how good he is. And so when you're playing against someone who's way better than you are, what you do is you kind of go all in on an idea, and you have to do that. You kind of got to take risks, and you make a plan and you go with it. And sometimes your plan comes up against the actual opposite of that plan, which is exactly this. Zardar Total Warrior, his entire army fits into about 1/4 shot. I've never seen his army so high and tight, ever. Anyways, he's got 2 carrion, and just to help stop things in the sky, in case I brought just one Lord up on a Pegasus or something, I'm sure that's why he brought those carrion, or to lock stuff down. But really, his front line is it's just cheap chaff, skeleton, spearmen. And he's got some Tomb Guard in the back, and he also has Scepter the Imperishable. Now, just something worth noting, one of the reasons that I wanted to try this is I wanted to take down his big lords and stuff first and not worry about his chaff, so he couldn't get to his summon and get all his heals, like his faction heals. Because I have to get to my Murderous Prowess. He has to get to his summon of Ushapti. So that's the whole idea, is take down these things one at a time. So Cetra the Imperishable is expensive. So he's probably 2,500 gold here, and he is weak to fire, 25%. He does have Wrath of Petra, 3 uses, a big explosion around himself. He does have Usep's Incantation of Desiccation, minus 26 melee attack, minus 26/7 melee defense for 40 meters around him. He has Usren's Incantation of Vengeance, high damage to combatants. He has Incantation of Protection for 44% physical resistance, which is not going to matter because of the magic damage. That's another reason I brought that, because I played the Tomb Kings last time and I used this exact ability. The Incantation of Cursed Blades, 20% weapon damage, 20% armor piercing. He has the Unyielding Will, which is fantastic, plus 5 melee attack and melee defense for 55 meters. He has a Restless Dead, which every time he casts, he resurrects units. He has a Curse, and he has 18% physical resistance on top of that. And he has Guardian, so he doesn't have Guardian. This guy has Guardian. Tomb Prince, he brought a Tomb Prince to help protect him. And he has the Tomb Strike, which is plus 26 melee attack, plus 25% weapon damage. He has Curse of the Jaff, minus 26 melee attack, and Rampage for everyone at 40 meters, which is crazy. He has Guardian, 18% physical resistance to anything with a Lord or Hero within 30 meters. And that's it. And I think he's anti-large as well, yeah. And he has a Necrotect to finish out his leadership. And this Necrotect is got the Elixir of Might, which I've used. 1 use, 50% weapon damage, plus 26 melee attack. And he has that Restore, which heals constructs. And he has this minus 9 melee attack. Like, he went all in on reducing melee attack. And the Stone Sniper for the 10% armor and missile. And he has the Wrath of the Creator, which helps if you're a construct, plus 5 melee attack. Very good. And he has hidden there a Tomb Scorpion. Now in the very back line, he has a group of Tomb Guards with Halberds for big stuff in case he gets dived on, which he's going to. He has a group of Skeleton Archers and the Blessed Legion of Fox. Now I did not think he was going to take these at all. And had I brought my other army, like my other army was all infantry, it would have absolutely crushed this army. I'm so sad because it's like I'm like, oh my god, I'm playing Zardar. He's so fast. He's always got freaking 6 units of cavalry microing, cycle charging. He's amazing, and I'm like, I cannot bring an infantry army. He will demolish me. And yeah. So anyways, he also has, and here's a key unit, the Ushapti with Great Bow, another unit I did not expect. And this is going to cause me a lot of plot problems. So I'm going to get this thing going. So basically, I'm kind of like, oh my god, there's nothing here. And okay, he's over there. So I'm trying to, basically I'm looking, who does he have for his leader? And I want to get there and get a fireball going. And I want to get these guys out and get shooting. I'm going to see these carrion right here. And I'm going to send all of my harpies to go after the carrion. But he's just going to bring them up here. He wants the buffs. So he wants his carrion to get buffed just like everything else. And here comes that fireball. And I'm just going to go after, yeah, so I just want to go after Cetra and then get my magic missiles off and start focusing him down. But you can see my army is so small, and I'm going to have a hard time getting anything, like cycling them down. But anyways, I got my carrying going here, and his actually Blessed Legion and his Skeleton Archers are going to do a ton of work. So I'm looking to dive in on Cetra. So I got that Scroll of Leeching going to reduce his power. I've got another Fireball going in there. I've got the Breath going in there. I've got my abilities going in there. And I'm basically looking for an opportunity to send everything after Cetra, because this is kind of all or nothing. I mean, I cannot beat this army. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do, so I've got to get in there. So here we go. I've got everyone going after Cetra, and I've got everyone diving. I've got all my Harpies in first, trying to hold everything up. And here we go. So I'm going to get everything after Cetra, and I'm going to get all my big guys down, and now I'm going to cast the, there it goes. We've got the Flaming Sword of Ruin, and we got the magical damage and fire damage, and everyone's on the go. I'm just diving in, going all in. I want to get Cetra down, and he is just crushing me. He's got a whole bunch of his own abilities going down as well, and he has really gone into these Harpies in a bad way. I've left my big stuff in here. I'm trying to do my best to actually get Cetra, and he's wiggled Cetra out of there, so I just got to get the heck out of Dodge now. And I've totally forgot these two guys. I'm going to remember them in a second and start bringing them up. But, you know, I'm sort of shooting at the front line, but this was really bad for me. And I'm getting, just my Dreadlord's getting totally, absolutely beat down by the Blessed Legion. And now these what do you call it? The where are they? Necrotech, Tomb Prince. There they are. The Ushopti with Great Bow. They're just going to wreck me. I never even saw these Ushopti at all. I never even knew they were there, so I thought I'm safe. I'm going to start bringing these guys, and I'm going to get with my Fireball going, and I'm going to try and take another dive, and I don't realize that my Dreadlord is getting beat down because I'm not even looking at him. I think I'm relatively safe here, so I'm looking at everything else, trying to find, okay, where am I going to post everybody up? You know, this is like once you start to fail in this game, I mean, you fail all the way. So I have got a breath attack on him, and I have got, so Cetra is really weak, but my Lord is already routing. I'm like, why the hell is he routing? Like these guys are going to do no damage to him, because I thought it was just the Blessed Legion and these archers, and I'm like, why the heck is he routing? So I did not see the Ushopti with Great Bow at all, but I'm like, okay, well, I've got to get Cetra, finish him off, because he's got a lot of magic left, and we're going to so we got another Fireball going, and I'm hoping this Fireball finishes him so I can start to dive on other targets, and he's just duck dodging diving and just misses that. So I'm like, okay, well, here we got to go. We got to get in there. So I give the order. We got to get in there and kill Cetra. There's nothing else we can do. He is just wasting my guys. You know, just leaving a Skeleton Spearman to take some shots. He's not really worried about it. So here we go. I'm going to get my Harpies in. I'm going to go after the Necrotech and try and hold him down, and then I'm going to try and get my Sorceress after Cetra. I actually hit him, and I'm going to get my... So I'm going to try to hold stuff down here, and then I'm going to get after Cetra. I just want to kill him, and then, boom, got him. Okay, so, well, that's one small victory. These guys are slowly coming. I've got, like, you know, my Shades. I finally got them, and I am hitting the Murderous Prowess, but it doesn't matter, and I haven't got my Canine Assassin out here. You know, I'm like really entirely flustered at this point because my Lord is way here. He's gotten beaten down. He's got two, you know, a stitch of health. I think he's got 239 health left, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go all in because there's no point in delaying this. He's got too many troops to do anything, so I'm gonna try and go and get his Necrotech, and you know, he's got his Tomb Prince in here. So I got my Pharaoh Manticore. And I got my Sorceress. I've got everyone shooting in here, but there's really, at this point I knew the game was over, and I thought, well, I'll just send everybody in and see if I can't kill somebody, because I've got that Flaming Sword of Ruin going, and everyone's really getting beat down. But there's, you know, maybe a better dwarf than me could control this army and do something about it and bring these guys in somewhere here. But this is a really nice, strong package. You know, with the melee attack debuffs and the Blessed Legion and the regular archers and the you know, the Tomb Scorpion, and he's got the Ushopti with Great Bow. This is a very, very nice setup, very good build, and you know, there was just nothing that I could do. I don't have the skill to outplay this package. To pull it apart, and he wasn't going anywhere. I never brought anything to pull it apart. Yeah, so I brought my Dreadlord over to take some shots again, and then bang, he immediately gets killed, literally blown out of the sky with my hopes and dreams. You know. Bye. Yeah, so not much else to say about this. I mean, I could have played it better, obviously, which is always the case when I'm playing. I'm just an average general at best, but I did my best to pick an army that I thought could do good against what I'm used to seeing from Zardar, because he's such a dynamic player. I don't know, I think I've never seen him play a static army before, which is very, very odd. So, good job, Zardar. Great fun fight. Very stifling playstyle, and very dwarfy of you. I'm so proud. Like this was like a classic dwarf style build. You know, like overlap your buffs and make a strong front line, you know, be patient, you know, stick to your guns, and he did a fantastic job. Even though his Lord got sniped out, like, great job. So, you know, I had a really fun fight and really enjoyed it. And you can see, like, you know, the Harpies really, you know, they had a very specific purpose. They were meant to lock down things like Tomb Scorpions if his army was wide. So I could lock down a Tomb Scorpion and dive with my big heroes and try and kill it, or stuff like that. That was the idea, not that I executed it properly. And the Dark Riders with the repeater's crossbows were meant to be able to hit, his Tomb Scorpions and, maybe Tomb Princes and Necrotech, stuff like that. But I didn't see these Skeleton Archers coming. That was a beautiful pick. And, 39 and 71. These guys crushed me. And the Ashopti with Great Bow only got 17, but the Ashopti with Great Bow essentially soloed my Dreadlord. So they got 3 chevrons. They soloed my Dreadlord on a Black Dragon. And Cetra still got 49 kills, which is amazing, even though I sniped him early. So, didn't quite work out the way that I wanted to, but it was still a really fun game. Thank you so much, Zardar, for the fun fight. Good luck for the rest of the tournament. And I tell you guys, if you haven't gone over and subscribed to Zardar's channel, go over, subscribe, say hello from Stu Devil, and watch some of his play. I know you'll enjoy it. And with that said, I will see you soon.